Finally, Carnival Cruises makes a big announcement about what they're doing to restart cruising. Also, is cruising going to come back to Cuba? Let's talk about this. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is JJ Cruise. We are a YouTube channel all about cruising. Myself and my husband Jared are obsessed with cruises, and as of late, we are here to bring you all of the breaking cruise news as cruising starts to resume around the world. Now, we just found out that Carnival Cruise Line is sending not one, but two of their ships into the port of Galveston to prepare for the return of cruising. This is very interesting because this is one of the first major U.S. cruise lines to actually bring their ships back. They're going to fill them up with crew. They're going to start prepping the ships to sail. This is interesting because Carnival has kind of been the outlier here. Out of the three massive players, which I would say is Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, and Carnival in North America, Carnival is the only cruise line yet to announce summer sailings. We have Royal Caribbean going out of the Bahamas and out of Bermuda. We have Celebrity, which is going out of St. Martin. We have Norwegian, which has announced that they're going to begin sailings out of Jamaica and the Dominican Republic in August. However, Carnival has kind of stayed quiet, and they've kind of been all over the place. You know, they've said like, no, we're with the CDC, we're standing with them until they can let us cruise again. But now they're all of a sudden very quietly taking these two ships, bringing crew, filling up the ships as they say that they are getting ready to start sailing again. So I just have a couple of initial thoughts that I guess come to my mind. Do we think that Carnival is filling up these ships and they're going to take them elsewhere? Texas doesn't think so. Texas has come out and said that they are supporting Carnival in this effort. They want cruising to resume. They recently announced that they have suffered a loss of about $1.3 billion to their economy due to, the banning of sailing that has been placed on their ports. Texas obviously is a huge country that has a lot more going on than just cruising. However, that Galveston port does turn over a lot of cruises every year. We just talked about the video yesterday, how there's negotiations and conversations about what Royal Caribbean is going to do in terms of the massive new smart terminal that they're supposed to put there, that Allure of the Seas is going to be sailing out of. So this news is, very interesting, coming in hot this morning. What do you think? Are you a Carnival fan, and will you flock to Galveston as soon as they open up their doors? And is Carnival actually going to sail out of Galveston? I kind of feel like they are getting their ships completely prepped because they feel like something is going to happen, or they know they have some type of insider information that cruising might be restarting soon. Texas, like I said, has started to become a little bit unruly. They're now in talks with Alaska and Florida, who are both suing the CDC, and Texas really does also want to see cruising come back. So we're starting to see these states, really come forward and make some major plays. And for Carnival, this is a pretty big deal. I mean, there is, like I said, none of the other major cruise lines are docking their ships ashore, filling them with crew, at least in the United States, and saying, here we are, we're ready to go. So we'll have to see what happens here, and stay tuned, because as soon as I have any more information for you, I will keep you up to date. All right, also, is Cuba going to restart cruising? Now, there's a very interesting article that came out today, actually overseas, about some things that are happening in the White House and some things that are happening with the United States government. A big point of interest that they brought up is that there's some intel in the White House right now that's saying as soon as cruising does restart within the U.S., the next item on the list is to get cruises back into Cuba. Now, if you remember, this has been a long-standing political event, you know, the United States relationship with Cuba. And really, cruise ships did not start going there until the Obama era, and President Obama basically made it legal for cruise ships and American tourists to go in and visit Cuba. And then under the next administration, under Trump's administration, that was restricted. I've never been to Cuba, and Jared and I actually were booked on a Royal Caribbean cruise to Cuba. And we found out 3 weeks before we actually set sail that there was a ban on United States travelers going into Cuba for tourism, at least via cruise ship. So that cruise was rerouted. We ended up going to the Bahamas, and we weren't quite as excited because we specifically were taking that cruise to visit Cuba. What do you think? Do you think under the Biden administration era, do we think that Cuban cruises will begin right after cruising starts? Will this last? Will this be an ongoing political tug of war between the right and the left? I don't know the answer, and I hope not. I mean, very selfishly, I would really like to go to Cuba. That is my, adventurous traveler's heart that wants to go there and be able to see the island, because I've heard so many amazing things. And the people that I know that did actually get to go during the window of time that cruises were going to Cuba say it's amazing. I would actually really appreciate anyone that has been there letting us all know what it's been like and what has your experience been in Cuba. Would you be excited to go back to Cuba if you've been already? What did you think of it when you were there? Let us know. Drop us some comments. Another piece of breaking news that just came in actually minutes ago is Azamara Cruises have announced their restart to cruising. And we should not be surprised as to where they are starting their first cruises back up. A few days ago, I made an announcement. I guess it wasn't my announcement, but I let you all know that there is a new kind of headquarters for cruising for summer 2021, and that is the country of Greece. Azamara Cruises just announced that they will be returning the Azamara Quest to the waters this summer, with its first sailings going out of Greece on August 28th, and bookings will be available May 11th. So this is not too surprising, but this is Azamara's first ship that's going to be back on the waters, and it will be doing itineraries out of Greece. Now, a few other things that they did announce: vaccinations will be required to sail on these ships. You will have to have been vaccinated 14 days prior to your sail date, and that goes for all crew and all passengers. So I've never taken an Azamara cruise. I am definitely no expert in terms of that specific cruise line, but it's exciting and it's encouraging to see another cruise line returning to the waters and getting ready to set sail again here in the coming months. All right, everybody, that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you could do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, ring that bell icon, we would love to connect with you. You can also find us on Instagram, on Facebook. We have a JJ Cruise community that we are trying to build on Facebook, and we would love for you to come and join us. But until tomorrow, see ya.